So good morning everyone. So in last class we have completed our exercise 1. In that we have learned what is a base, what is a exponent, which type of value we will call it as a product form or expanded form, and also what is exponential form also we have learned. Okay, and how to solve the value by using prime factorization also we have learned. So now we are going to learn about loss of exponents. So what do you mean by loss of exponents? Loss of exponents means the formulas which we are using in this. Okay, so in this we are having 7 to 8 laws are there. They are very important for us in further classes also. It is very important. So in this the first law is a power m into a power n give rise to a power m plus n. That is, when both bases are equal, we have to add the powers. So what is the first law? A power m into a power n is equals to a power m plus n. So this is our first law. So when both the bases are equal, we have to add the powers. So one example we will see. So it is in the form of 2 power 3 into 2 power 5. A is nothing but 2 here, m value is 3, n value is 5. So what we have to do when both the bases are equal, we have to add the powers. So we have to do addition for the powers now. That is 2 power 3 plus 5. That is 2 power 3 plus 5 is how much? 8. So this is our first law. So when both bases are equal, we have to add the powers. So this is our first law. So this is our first law. Second law is a, B, C whole power n is equals to, we have to write individually. That is a power n into B power n into C power n. Okay, so for this we will take one example. That is 2 into 3 into 4 into whole power 5 is equals to, we have to write individually. That is 2 power 5 into 3 power 5 into 4 power 5. So this is our second law. Next is a power m whole power n is equals to, a power m whole power n is equals to, we have to multiply the powers. A power m whole power n is equals to, we have to multiply the powers, that is a power m into n. And for this we will take one example and writing it in the form of 2 power 3 whole power 4. So here a value is nothing but 2, m value is nothing but 3 and n value is 4. So we have to multiply the powers, that is 2 power 3 into 4, that will be 2 power 12. So what is the answer? 2 power 12 is our answer. Next, fourth law, that is a by b whole power m is equals to, so a by b whole power m. So this is in the form of fraction. So we have to write numerator and denominator separately. Now that is a power m by b power m. So what is the fourth formula, fourth law? That is a by b whole power m is equals to a power m by b power m. So for this we will write one example. So it is 2 by 3 whole power 5 is equals to, how to write this 2 by 3 whole power 5? We can write in the form of 2 power 5 by 3 power 5. So this is our fourth example, fourth law's example. Next, fifth law. For this fifth law we are having three different conditions. So that is a power m by a power n is equals to, a power m by a power n is equals to. So for this we are having three different conditions. That is a power m minus n if m is greater than n, 1 by a power n minus m if m is less than n, 1 if m is equals to n. So for 1 we are having three different conditions. So for every condition we will take one example. So first I am taking it as 2 power 5 by 2 power 3. Okay, so here a is nothing but 2, m is nothing but 5 and n is nothing but 3. Now if you compare this m and n, 5 is greater than 3. Is it right? So 5 is greater than 3. So we can tell that m value is greater than n value. Whenever the m value is greater than n value, we will apply the first condition. What is that? That is a power m minus n. Okay. So a value is 2, m value is 5, minus n value is 3. So whenever m value is greater than n value, we will apply the first condition, that is a power m minus n. So we are subtracting 5 minus 3. That will be how much? 2 power 2 is our answer. So this is for first condition. Okay. For second condition, I am taking the example as 2 power 3 by 2 power 5. Here a value is 2, m value is 3, n value is 5. So if you see here, m values 3 is less than 5. M is less than n. So which condition we can take? We can take the second condition. So we can write this as 1 by 2 power 5 minus 3. So that will be 1 by 2 power 2 is our answer. Okay. Now if you see the last condition, 1 if m is equals to n. Whenever the m value and n values are equal, always the result will be 1. So I am taking the condition as 2 power 3 divided by 2 power 3. So m value, n values are same. So always the result will be 1. What is the answer? Result will be 1 because 2 power 3 will be getting cancelled. So the result will be equals to 1. So m value is greater than n value, we will apply a power m minus n. If m is less than n, we will apply 1 by a power n minus n. If m is equals to n, we will take directly the answer will be 1. So this is our fifth condition. Next is sixth condition, that is a power 0 will be always equals to 1. So any number to the power of 0, if the power is 0 for a number, always the result will be 1. So you can take the example as 2 power 0 as 1, 3 power 0 as 1, 1000 to the power of 0 is also 1. So if you are seeing the power as 0, always the result will be 1. So this is our sixth condition. Next is a power minus n is equals to a power minus n. So we can write this a power minus n as 1 by a power n. So this negative power will be converted to 1 by a power n. So now one example we can take, that is 2 power minus 3. So how you can write this? The power is negative. So how you can write this? We can write in the form of 1 by 2 power 3. So a value is 2 and n value, the negative value has converted into positive value. So this is our seventh condition. Eighth condition is a by b whole power minus n. So a by b is in the form of fraction. A by b whole power minus n is equals to, we can write this as b by a whole power n. The value will be reciprocal and the negative sign will become positive here. So a by b whole power minus n can be written as b by a whole power n. So we will take one example here. 2 by 3 whole power minus 5 can be written as, the fraction value will be reversed. That is 3 by 2 and the negative value will become here positive. So this is our 8th condition, and the last condition is 9th condition, that is a power m is equals to a power n. When both bases are equal, in middle equal to sign is there, we have to equate the powers. So we will write in the form of m is equals to n. So what we have to write? We have to write in the form of m is equals to n. So this is our 9th condition. So for this example, while doing the problems we can do. Okay. So So we can do the while doing the problems we can solve this. You will be getting how to apply this formula. So total how many laws are there? We are having 9 laws. What are the laws? Directly I am writing now without examples. So laws of exponents you can copy in your books. Along with examples you have to copy, and here total 9 exponents laws are there. So first one is a power m into a power n is equals to a power m plus n. So this is our first law. Second one is a b c whole power n can be written as a power n into b power n into c power n. So this is second law. Third is a power m whole power n can be written as a power m into n. So this is third law. Fourth law is a by b whole power m can be written as a power m by b power m. So this is fourth law. Fifth law is a power m by a power n is equals to. For this we are having 3 different conditions. That is a power m minus n if m is greater than n. When m value is greater than n value, we will write in the form of a power m minus n. 1 by a power m minus n minus m if m is less than n. So whenever the m value is less than n value, we will write in the form of 1 by a power n minus m, and 1 if m is equals to n. Whenever the m value and n values are equal, you will get the answer as 1. So this is our fifth condition, fifth law. Sixth law is a power 0 is equals to 1. So whenever you are seeing the power as 0, always the result will be 1. Seventh one, a power minus n is equals to 1 by a power n. So this is our seventh condition. Next, eighth condition is a by b whole power minus n is equals to b by a whole power minus n. So this is our eighth condition, and last condition is a power m is equals to a power n give rise to m is equals to n. So this is our ninth condition. So these are the 9 conditions, laws of exponents. These are the laws of 9 laws of exponents which are very important, which we are going to use in our further classes as well as in next exercise. So we are starting our next exercise now. That is exercise 2. So these are the 9 exponents. So by using these 9 exponents, we are going to start our exercise. That is exercise number 2. That is exercise number 2. So in that first bit, simplify the following using laws of exponents. So by using laws of exponents, we have to simplify this. In that first one, Simplify the following. Using laws of exponents. So in that the first one is 2 power 10 into 2 power 4. So what is one? What is this? 2 power 10 into 2 power 4. So when both bases are equal, we have to add the power. So this is in the form of first law. So given 2 power 10 into 2 power 4. So this is in the form of first law, that is a power m into a power n give rise to a power n plus n. So we have to add the powers here, that is 2 power 10 plus 4, that will be equals to 2 power 14 is our answer. So this is our first one. Second one is three square into 3 square whole power 4. So here we are going to use two different formulas. Given 3 square into 3 square whole power 4. So this is in the form of, this term is in the form of third law. What is that? A power m whole power n can be written as a power m into n. So we have to multiply these two powers first. That is 3 square into 3 power 2 into 4. So 3 square into 3 power 2 4s is 8. Now here we are applying the first condition, that is a power m into a power n is equals to a power m plus n. So here we are using the first condition. We have to add the powers. When both bases are equal, we have to add the powers. That is 3 power 2 plus 8, that will be equals to 3 power 10. So this is our second answer. Next is third question. What is that? 5 power 7 by 5 square. 5 power 7 by 5 square. Now this is in the form of this condition, that is fifth condition. If you see here, the m value is greater than n value. So which condition we will apply? First condition we will apply. That is which formula? A power m by a power n, that is a power m minus n, because here the m value is greater than the n value. So here we have to write in the form of 5 power 7 minus 2, that is 5 power 5 is our answer. So this is our third bit. Next is fourth one. Fourth question is 9 square into 9 power 18 into 9 power 10. So this is in the form of first formula again. Given 9 square into 9 power 18. So 9 power square into 9 power 18 into 9 power 10. So all bases are equal, we have to add the powers. That is the first formula we are using. A power m into a power n, that is a power m plus n. So we have to add the powers here. So that will be 9 power 2 plus 18 plus 10. So that will be 18 plus 2 is 20, 20 plus 10 will be 30. So you got the answer as 9 power 30. So this is our fourth one. Next is fifth one. Fifth is 3 by 5 whole power 4 into 3 by 5 whole power 3 into 3 by 5 whole power 8. So in this case also all the bases are equal, we have to add the powers. So given 3 by 5 whole power 4 into 3 by 5 whole power 3 into 3 by 5 whole power 8. So in this case also all the bases are equal, powers should be added. That is a power m into a power n is equals to a power m plus n. So add all the powers here. So it will be 3 by 5 whole power, all bases, all the powers should be added. That is a 4 plus 3 plus 8. So 3 by 5 whole power. 4 plus 3 will be 7. 7 plus 8 will be 15. So here we got the answer as 3 by 5 whole power 15. So you can stop till here or you can expand this. So this is in the form of, I am expanding. So I am using one more formula here. So this is in the form of a by b whole power m. So what is the, which law that is? That is fourth law. We can write as a power m by b power m. So here we can expand this as 3 power 15 by 5 power 15. So this is our result of fifth question. Next is sixth one. Next is sixth one. Sixth is minus 3 whole power 3 into minus 3 whole power 10 into minus 3 whole power 7. So in this case also all the bases are equal. We have to add the powers. So given minus 3 whole power 3 into minus 3 whole power 10 into minus 3 whole power 7. So which formula we are using? A power m into a power n, that is a power m plus n. So we have to add the powers. So it will be minus 3 whole power 3 plus 10 plus 7, that is minus 3 whole power 10 plus 3 is 13, 13 plus 7 will be 20. So what is the answer? Minus 3 whole power 20 is our answer. So this is our sixth question. Next is seventh one. 3 square whole square. Seventh one is what? 3 square whole square. Now this is in the form of third law, that is third exponent. So we have to multiply the powers. Which formula we are using? A power m whole power n is equals to a power m into n. So we have to multiply the powers. That is 3 power 2 into 2, that will be equals to 3 power 4. So what is the answer? 3 power 4 is our answer. So this is our seventh one. Eighth is 2 power 4 into 3 power 4. So this is in the form of second law. Two power 4 into 3 power 4. So this is the second law. So now this is in the form of a power n into b power n. So we can write in the form of a into b whole power n. So both powers are same there. So we can write here in the form of 2 into 3 whole power 4. So 2 3 times will be 6 power 4 is our answer. So 6 you can multiply 4 times there. Okay, so this is our 8th. 9th is 2 power 4a into 2 power 5a. So here again we are using the first law. So both bases are equal, we have to add the powers. So what is the first law? A power m into a power n is equals to a power m plus n. So we have to add the powers. That is 2 power 4a plus 5a, that will be equals to 2 power 9a. So this is our answer for ninth one. That is 2 power 9a is our ninth solution. Next. So what is 10th question? 10 power 2 whole cube. So which formula we can apply? Which law we can apply? We can apply the third law, that is a power m whole power n is equals to a power m into n. That is 10 square whole cube can be written as 10 power 2 into 3, that is 10 power 2 times of 3 will be 6. So here 10 power 6 is our answer. Next, 11th one, that is minus 5 by 6 whole square whole power 5. So again we are applying the third law only because two powers are there here. So given minus 5 by 6 whole square whole power 5. So we have to multiply the powers. So minus 5 by 6 2 into 5 we can write because I am applying here a power m whole power n, that is a power m into n. Now you multiply the terms here, that is 5 by 6 whole power 2 5 times will be 10. Here again I can apply one more formula, that is a by b whole power m. So I can write in the form of a power m by b power m. So here I am applying a by b whole power m. So I can write a power m by b power n. So if I write that in that form, that will be minus 5 to the power of 10 by 6 power 10 is our answer. So this is our 11th solution. Next is 12th one. So 12th, that is 2 power 3a plus 7 into 2 power 7a plus 3. So we are applying the first formula because both bases are equal. We can add the powers. So given 2 power 3a plus 7 into 2 power 7a plus 3. So both bases are equal. We have to add the powers. So which formula we are using here? That is a power m into a power n you raise to a power m plus n. We are adding the powers now. That is 2 power 3a plus 7 plus 7a plus 3. So variable terms you add and constant terms you add. That is 2 power 3a plus 7a will be 10a. 3 plus 7 plus 3 will be 10 again. So in these two terms 10 is common. 10 is common. So 10 I am taking out and the remaining terms I am writing outside. Here a is remaining. Here 1 is remaining. So what is the result? 2 power 10 a plus 1 is our answer. Next is 13th one. I am doing here. 13th is 2 by 3 whole power 5. So this is in the form of again fourth law. So given 2 by 3 whole power 5. So this is in the form of a by b whole power m. That is we can write in the form of a power m by b power m. So how to write this? We can write in the form of 2 power 5 by 3 power 5. So this is our 13th question. So remaining problems we will continue tomorrow. I hope you understood all the laws of exponents. You be perfect in this all exponents. If you are perfect in this, you can do the problems very easily. Just we are applying the formula in the question here. Okay, so be perfect. Tomorrow again we will continue all the remaining problems. Thank you.